I'm not the only one coming into this cold, am I?
Who's playing what?
I don't even know what role I'm playing.
Who the hell are we supposed to play in this piece?
Again, who is playing what role?
Do I have a role?
I'm in charge. Look at me. I'm that guy who absolutely knocked it out of the park in Captain Phillips. Winslow, look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now. On the count of 3, we're just going to do a quick vocal warm-up together. If everyone can join me, I'm going to count to 3, and then I need you to say top of the tab, okay? 1, 2, 3. Top of the tab. Without further ado, I am so pleased to announce Count Dante and the Great Chicago Dojo War by Winslow Dumaine, inspired by the Dollar Podcast, episode 134. Originally written for Vernon Hills High School.
Author's note, the goal of this script is to create the sound of a serious, gritty crime documentary, but with jokes. A number of these lines make reference to pop culture that you might be too young to know, so I've added a few notes with things to search or links to YouTube videos for you to get an idea of what I'm looking for. Finally, just like the sound effects team, please give a listen to some Firesign Theater. It's old humor, but it's good. And it's still really good. Also, if you have an idea for something funny to add to the script, let your director know. We're both open to suggestions.
The year was 1939. Martial arts were non-existent in the United States. Japan had Aikido. Korea had Taekwondo. China had karate and kung fu. But hand-to-hand combat in the United States was artless. Technique meant little, and victories were awarded to the individual who could be punched in the face for longer. This was until John Keehan was born in Beverly, Southwest Chicago.
Thanks, Ma. I'll be on my way.
John attended Mount Carmel High School, where, at 13, he fell in love with boxing.
Hey, what are you doing? What's going on? What are you doing? I don't know. What are you doing?
Hey, Johnny. Now, if you turn your books to page...
After high school, he joined the Marine Reserves, where he mastered hand-to-hand combat and jiu-jitsu. He returned to Chicago and trained under Robert Trias, the founding father of martial arts in the United States. After mastering his first disciplines, he joined the United States Karate Alliance, continued his practice at Gene Wyckoff's Judo and Karate Center in Chicago.
Ring, ring, ring.
Gene's Judo, this is John.
Hi, what's your youngest starter class?
Our policy is simple. If they're kicking in the womb, they're ready for the mat.
Around this time, John also began to tell his students that he had fought in guerrilla warfare in the Cuban mountainside.
I fought with guerrillas in Cuba, yes, during the revolution. Both kinds of guerrillas, the civil uprising kind and, the regular banana guerrillas.
Yet it was still the early days of martial arts when nobody was kung fu fighting. John had been promoted to Midwest representative for the United States Karate Alliance and was the undefeated champion of numerous national fighting competitions. His star was rising.
Chop, chop, stop, chop. Chop, chop.
He traveled across the world, studying and combining different forms of martial arts as he went. Over the years, he earned black belts and Aikido and karate, and a leather one too, with a big brass buckle. But there was a problem. Early dojos were filled with feckless tough guys, ex-soldiers, cops, sailors, cops, bikers, cowboys, cops, construction workers, cops, and cops who held back the disciplines with barriers of elitism.
No, this won't do. Martial arts belong to the everyman, but he's soft in shoulder and smooth of brain. The everyman lost the war. They won't cut their hair, they put rhinestones on their jeans, and they don't even wear belts. No, it's time for America to learn about the beauty and grace of controlled violence. Now this is great. I get to have my own practice, I set my own hours, but these guys are just button mashers. They don't care about the artistry, the splendor. These goons know nothing about the dragon's fist. They can't dodge the crying lumberjack. They fold beneath the might of the Italian chiropractor. They'll learn, but I'll have to teach them. Oh! Now he's no fun, he fell right over.
John began advertising fighting tournaments by reaching out directly to the common man.
Hey buddy, you want to go to a fighting tournament?
A what?
Fighting, you know, like, hang on. Hey pal!
Yeah! My nose!
Like that, a fighting tournament. You know, you get a guy and you have a fight.
Fight who?
Well, first some boards, then bricks, then each other. Have some beers, I don't know, we see where the night takes us. Listen, do you want to go or not?
Sure.
Great! Walk with me. Here we are! Find a spot for yourself. The show's about to start. Pardon me, talent coming through. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John Keane. I'm a master of martial arts. Through years of intense training of the world's most gifted fighters, I have honed my body into the perfect engine of destruction. More than physical brawn, my cold, precise technique enables me to perform feats of shock that shock and astound. Allow me to demonstrate my power on this brick. As you can see, I have used the raw power of my arm to destroy my own hand.
Okay. That's pretty good.
John shattered his own hand during one of the first tournaments, but it only encouraged him to press on. His next tournaments became theaters of pain, full contact fights set on concrete floors. Teeth scattered across the cement like peanuts. You know, one of those roadhouse bars where they give you a basket of peanuts before you eat your meal and shell them, and you throw the shells on the ground, and there's just peanuts everywhere, like Five Guys. They have them in Tucson.
All right, time out. Let him find his teeth.
Really, it should be the two front ones, but if you steal a gold one.
Listen, karate is an ancient and honorable East Asian practice, and we have to keep it white.
John had turned the meditative arts of combat into a carnival sideshow, but he was not without merit. He was the first to train non-white students to black belt level. This earned him enemies with the local police, who obviously weren't interested in that. His run-ins with the police began fast and remained a constant throughout his life.
John. Law and order is kept through authority, and authority is meted out by strength alone. If everyone can fight back, what are we, the good guys, supposed to do? I mean, imagine if, say, the president secretly orchestrated arms deals both to our allies and to our sworn enemies, and then lied about it. John, what a mess that would make. You can't have it both ways.
Even.
The United
Karate.
Alliance.
Foes. Johns.
Race. Blind.
Approach.
Listen, karate is an ancient and honorable East Asian practice, and we have to keep it white.
The Alliance and their numerous publications began as a smear campaign against John, painting him as a clownish showman, a rogue without honor. Hated by the police, outcast by his former masters, the pressure was on, and his rage was building. On the night of July 2nd, 1965, John declared war. War.
Welcome to the only nice store in town. What can I get you?
I'll take this beef jerky and this lighter and enough dynamite to destroy a rival dojo.
What was that last one?
Enough dynamite to destroy a rival dojo.
Brick or wood building?
Brick.
One story or two?
Two.
All right, $4 even.
Great rat reasoning, Ron joined relative row karate rashers and read his friends to resurrection.
I'm here. Ready to go?
All right, looks like we're all here. John, do you have the bomb?
Do I have the bomb? Do I have the bomb? Of course I have the bomb. This was my idea. Now, if you'll excuse me, I just need to go get it from my truck.
Oh man, he parked on Belmont, didn't he?
Beavers, free parking right now, so yeah.
He'll be a minute. I should have brought an umbrella.
Were you able to go to the conference in Dallas? I wasn't able to. I had a thing.
Yeah, it was nice. First day was just going over the figures and, who's doing what. But pretty relaxed after that. Demonstrations and all kinds of...
Yeah, I missed you. Were you able to catch Sue Proctor's demo?
Oh my god, I wouldn't have missed it for the world. Sue is such a sweetheart.
He so is. Oh, I love Sue. I haven't seen her in so long. She's still in Austin?
Yeah, she's running a dojo out of Austin. She had a chance to go regional, but I think she just loves kids. She loves teaching. You kind of lose the human touch when you go regional.
For sure, it's all paperwork. You don't even really get to teach. She's the best. She brought in her whole yellow belt class. Oh my god, I know, and they gave a kicking demonstration for everyone. That is too much. They must have had so much fun. It was so much fun, and they were pretty good.
For kids, yeah, not bad at all. Stu just has this way of lifting everybody up. No favorites. You could see how proud she was. They were so cute.
The best. Sue is so the best.
Yeah.
Hey, did you run into Osman?
Oh God, huh?
Everyone has that same response, just like Osman. Oh no!
Yeah, I saw Osman. He was there. He's a lot.
Swear to God, he's so much. Like, I don't get it. It just seems like so much work to be that involved in literally every single thing.
Right, so he runs that dojo in Cincinnati, right? Well, he showed up early and left his hands by every chair in the conference hall.
He left hands by every chair?
Right, now how obnoxious is that? We get it, you're the master of the latest dojo in Cincinnati. Great. We aren't your target market.
It's a national conference. Why would he give them pamphlets? They don't live in Cincinnati.
Like, they're gonna be talking to someone in their dojo in Skokie, and they say,
Gee, I would sure love to continue my training, but I'm moving to Cincinnati. If only I had some information regarding dojos in my new neighborhood. It's so silly. He's just showing off. But to who?
it's as if he was showing us his vacation photos. Like, look at how great I'm doing in Cincinnati.
Hilarious. Osman, it's like he's trying so hard to get promoted when he is his own boss.
You are the boss. Just
Right?
doing your job.
Right?
Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god.
Oh.
Isn't this so tacky?
Is this the pamphlet he left?
This is it. I had to keep one. It's just so funny.
This is the worst! This is the worst!
The Chinese takeout menu?
I'll take one large karate, please.
Dojos and Chinese restaurants all do the same thing. Like, oh wow, you went with a yellow background, red text. Oh.
Oh, you threw a dragon on there, did ya? An inspired choice. Oh, it's the worst to look at. He uses a fake Chinese typeface to spell out Master Osman, but then he has real Chinese characters on the sides. It's like you can't do both, right?
Seeing the real Chinese just shows you how bad the fake one is. Like, yeah, let me put an elastic band on my Rolex.
That's so funny. There's so much going on here. This first part, this is an autobiography.
Oh, here it goes on. Look.
Right? Look at this. This is our conversation I've ever had with him. Ouch. Oh my God, Osman, calm down. Look at all this. This is legally blinding pamphlet.
Like, look at.
And I think he really does not understand the purpose of.
But if you want to know the price of a brown belt defensive Aikido class in fall semester of 65, boom, price is right there, $30.
Incredible.
Were you there when he showed up in that velvet suit?
Oh, when was that?
61, I think? He shows up at the hotel, all black, sunglasses, takes the itinerary from check-in, doesn't wear the name tag, and just in a cool, he just sulks around like he's just scoping the place out. Doesn't talk to anyone.
Osman, Jesus. It was the only time I've ever seen him, and he wasn't glad handling everyone. I think I've been given 10 of his business cards, and I've seen him maybe 4 times in my life. I should have kept them for scrapbooking.
Right? It was the only time that he tried that. He was just Mr. Cool Guy for 2 whole days.
He went home in a panic attack. I wonder if every party as an Osman, you know, like as a group of sailing enthusiasts in California. Sitting around like, oh God, did you see Hartman? What a pile.
Probably. I think, it's just you get enough people together and you're bound to get one.
That's funny. Every group has one. All the Osmans, all the Hartmans, gather them up.
Yeah, and then just build a hospital around him.
Oh, velvet suit, I can't believe it. Did you even get yourself a velvet suit? Oh, it has to be a rental. Oh, for sure it's a rental. No doubt. But do you just go to the shop and say, hi, would you like to look at my grandson who's a German cigarette model? I mean, come on.
Looking for something that says, my New Year's resolution is always do less white drugs.
Hello, I would like to look oily at a distance. Hi, is it possible for me to pay for a suit with poems I've written about myself? He was bald, right? I know he's bald now, but yeah, well, when he had the pony in the back, that's when this was.
And buddy, no, a pony and a wax top? God.
Oh, God, I could just hit him, but we would definitely catch it. Oh, for sure. He's very good. He's very good. Oh, yes, very good. Very, very good. Very good indeed.
Gentlemen, let's go.
Right.
911, what is your emergency?
Hi, I'm watching a group of 6 men in karate outfits planting 2 large packages of dynamite outside my local karate dojo.
Is it their dojo? Does it look like they're delivering it?
No, the dynamite guy doesn't deliver on Sundays. These guys are definitely rivals.
Hey, Rick, we got another code R.
The night did not go as planned. The police arrived shortly.
All right, I gotta get back on the plan.
All right, Sensei. You're under arrest for attempted arson, possession of explosives, and resisting arrest.
What? Resisting arrest? I wasn't resisting arrest.
Bullet. It's just the formality. Technically, everyone is resisting arrest, even if they're not under arrest. It's actually printed automatically on every arrest form. See? You fill in the name, race, tax bracket, and then right there, crimes, resisting arrest.
Sure lucky we didn't catch you doing something serious, like felony protesting,
Felony loitering,
felony whistling,
felony littering,
felony truancy,
felony bird watching,
felony sunbathing.
a whole lot of felony these days. They keep elections simple and highways clean.
Watch your head.
John was given 2 years of probation, but it did little to quell his lust for revenge. If dynamite wouldn't work, capitalism would.
Martial arts cannot survive in the age of industrial entertainment. If people cared to watch men chop wood, carpentry would still be an Olympic sport. Oh.
Things first, he bought a lion. You see, it was early in 1965. White men had the right to a lion when black men didn't have the right to vote. Well, John planned, he crafted his image, walking his lion around Lake Michigan.
Holy hell, is that a lion?
What are you, a cop?
No, but he is.
Fuck. Actually, owning a lion is perfectly legal. Now, you just let me know if you see someone doing something truly illegal, like a woman with her own credit card, or a woman serving on a jury duty, or a woman receiving an Ivy League education. That's where we come in. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to prevent some crime. Haha, just kidding. That's not a real thing that we do.
John kept lion in his dojo, where he became a draw for new students. This pleasant lion jumped out of the second-story window and attacked a man on a horse.
Hi, me again. I just saw a lion jump out of the second story of my local karate dojo and attack a man on a horse.
Sir, are you sure it isn't someone in a lion costume attacking someone in a horse costume?
You know what? You're right. Those are mascots. I'm sorry I wasted your...
Oh,
hang on. That one was definitely a real lion.
Hey, Rick, we got a code L.
Uh-oh, lion attack.
Lion bit the mayor of Quincy, Illinois. John decided to donate it to the local lion club. This is not to be confused with the Lion of the Month Club, a subscription service that delivers lions to zoos on a monthly basis. To zoos on a monthly basis. To zoos on a monthly basis. Without a lion, there were only people in John's dojo. And he needs John went to the Chicago stockyards. John went to the Chicago stockyards. John went to the Chicago stockyards.
Ding dong.
Welcome to Uncle Zapruder's All-American Beefatorium. How can I help you?
I need a bull.
Do we sell just the bull? Usually it's just the beef, you know? We cut it up. That's why we have all these knives here. Do we sell just the bull?
Don't worry about that. We will be doing the chopping.
Okay, $4 even.
Ching. Yay! Oh no!
John loaded the half-ton animal onto the back of the flatbed truck and drove it around Chicago. The truck was draped in signs advertising his next tournament, when the bull would be killed with a single blow. Yet after promoting it extensively, John delegated the task of the killing of the bull to one of his 19-year-old students, Arthur Rapkin.
Arthur, you've really come a long way. You came in 2 years ago, no form, no knowledge, and look at you now, fists of steel, spinning kicks, thick, luxurious hair. Hey, you're Spanish, right?
No, sir, I'm American.
That works. Listen, I want you to fight the bull at next week's tournament.
The bull with spear? Like with a cape?
Yes, one strike between the horns, clean through the brain pan.
Wow, thank you, Sensei. But I'm honored. But the punching bags, I can handle a punching bag. And people, I can do people. Mano a mano. But a bull, wow, that's a lot. I'll have to.
I've seen what you can do. You spent 2 years preparing to be able to fight anyone you see. Now you have 7 full days to prepare to kill one specific bull. Talk to him, learn his weaknesses, perfect your approach, and end the beast with a single blow. Here, I put a leather jacket over this watermelon so you can practice your killing blow.
Again, first, I'm honored, but I feel like I have so much left to learn about.
Hi, guys. It's me, the Bull. I couldn't help it over here. It sounds like there's some talk about a tournament, and I don't. It sounds like you're talking about me being in a tournament. Come on. And I don't know martial arts. You know, I'm just a bull, and I don't want to be a bother. I know I owe you for getting me out of the slaughterhouse. I mean, that's huge, and I really do appreciate that. But it seems like if I'm gonna be killed in a tournament, it's just I feel like that doesn't really improve my predicament. You know, I mean, come on. I mean, as we say, out of the frying pan into the fire. You know, come on.
Right. I don't want to hurt this guy. He seems nice. He's got a cool nose ring, and besides, I'm pretty sore from work.
Where is it that you work?
I work at a deli.
Oh, well, you work at a deli. What do you sell?
Oh, we cut and sell cheese, and we have bread, sauces, lots, and we sell meat.
What kind of meat?
We sell chicken. We have lots of fish, tons of fish, mostly fish. Honestly, and pork. We sell and some beef.
Okay. Okay. When's the tournament?
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Anyway, whatever is going on, I am in. Sunday, I'm in.
Wait, I don't. This is just the job. I don't even eat red meat.
No, we'll settle it. We'll settle it. Blood for blood. Me and you. Now, if you two gentlemen will excuse me, there's a man with a red jacket outside, and I am going to ruin his day.
A week later, John unpacked the venue and spent the night demonstrating his strength while the crowd eagerly awaited the final act. As Arthur and the Bull stepped onto the mat, John took the microphone.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to say, local animal rights groups have decided that tonight's demonstration cannot take place.
You saw! Where's the bag?
Oh my God.
You can't do this. I know where you live, Arthur. Martin Scorsese is going to make a movie about this.
The gamble worked. Hundreds of people paid to watch martial art. But to the audience, John was just the host, a man in a karate suit, breaking boards with his face. He called himself the master of martial arts, but others were not so sure.
He calls himself the master of martial arts, but me, I'm not so sure.
Today's program was brought to you by Sand Daniel. You need sand? Talk to Daniel. He has some. His number is 3. If you want to call him.
Spectacle was great.
Spectacle was great,
but the
reviews were poor. His former colleagues derided him as a violent fraud. John was frustrated, but he surprised the whole karate community when in 1968 he retired from the arts.
It's been nice. I've been able to finally just take some time for myself. I let myself get so busy with tournaments and running the dojo and training and getting my community service hours filled and teaching. I didn't have time to just sit down and relax, read a book, Yeah, it's been nice. Hey, I got a letter. Must be from one of my former students. Let's see what we have here. Dear John Kean, I am writing to a coward refuses to take challenges, retired to protect his ego, goblin-esque body.
Jen exited retirement, but he will return the same man. Junkie Young was boring and pedestrian. The world would not be distracted by a professional backbencher. The world needs something new. John returned us.
Juan Raphael Dante. But you can call me Count Dante, as I am a royal Spanish Catholic lineage, a line nearly lost during the Spanish Civil War.
This was unusual, as John was Irish, but Count Dante was a new man with a new vision. First, he reinvented his image and appeared at the next tournament in a silk cape with the cane topped of a golden lion's head, and he got a cane topped with a golden lion's mane. He got a perm dyed it black and trimmed intricate patterns into his beard like a kung fu villain. He painted his face bright red. No one was certain why. Everyone heard a different story.
I painted my face red to draw attention. All eyes on me. I wanted to look like the devil. Iconic. Powerful. I had a car battery explode on me. I eat a lot of carrots. I have a disease. My blood is diseased. I keep my shirts very tight. I was in a skiing accident where I was the only survivor. Sunburn! I just got back from Florida where I fought the governor, who's an alligator. I was given a counterfeit face peel. I disguised myself as a stop sign to ambush a rival sensei. I was jogging while eating a sloppy Joe. I have karate rosacea.
Second, he earned a cosmetology degree and opened a hair salon called the House of Dante. He was a hit and earned many loyal customers.
I went to the house of Dante and asked for something, something like Bridget Bardot, like messy but big. And he had me put on a blindfold and dance. And he cut my hair with throwing stars. At first I wasn't sure, but once I stopped bleeding, it looked great.
There are more snakes in this hair salon than I have seen in my entire life. And I work at the Illinois Federal Snake Reserve. That said, great haircut, reasonable price. But, and I cannot stress this enough, there are so many snakes in this salon.
His third and most crucial endeavor was assembling an instructional booklet for his ultimate fighting system known as Dante, or more popularly, Dim Mak. He began placing advertisements in the backs of comic books. Dante's ads landed among the cheap toys and novelties, but he brought a different tenacity to the back pages.
Send 89 cents to American Fun Factory at 1134 Bergman Street in Leather Apron, Indiana. And in 8 to 12 weeks, you will receive your very own American-made and buzzer. Shock your friends. And $2 for a puck of fake vomit. You, and I mean to say a puke of fake vomit. You can spend your money on food for the hungry, or you can buy an imitation of regurgitated food to amuse yourself. The decision is on your conscience, and we are merely the retailer. Remember, spend $1 for a genuine hypnophone. You tell us. We don't know what that means. And $1.80 for a real bald cap. Encourage your young friends to confront the inevitable decline of old age and death. Put the bald cap on and stare at yourself in the mirror, knowing that soon this unrecognizable figure will become you. Your life spent, your years fettered away, a loss too great to bear. $1.50 for fake army medals because you are never too young to steal valor. Hey, send $2 for your very own X-ray specs. See through walls and clothing of. Wait. Wow. What? I didn't. Oh, we can't tell this. Our demographic is children. And this is, well, it's kind of, you're going to use it to look at, clothes you can see through. Yeah, I know it doesn't work. Obviously, it doesn't work. But still, the fact that you're telling children, I mean, look, this is it's such a problem. You can't really, what are you doing?
I am Count Dante, the Grand Master of the Black Dragon Fighting Society. I've spent my life traveling the globe and mastering every form of martial arts. I have black belts in Kung Fu, Karate, Karate Americano, Judo, Underwater Judo, Aikido, boxing, slapboxing, kickboxing, beatboxing, foxy boxing, Tai Chi, Chai Tea, roller derby, jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, Canadian jiu-jitsu, Jewish jiu-jitsu, barroom brawling, Greco-Roman and Greco-Roman wrestling, mud wrestling, cockfighting. You too can have my power. Send $5 American and you'll receive the world's deadliest fighting secrets. You can learn the deadly secret of Dim Mak. Yes, this is the deadliest and most terrifying fighting art known to man, and without equal. Its maiming, mutilating, disfiguring, paralyzing, and crippling techniques are known only by a few people in the world. An expert in Dim Mak could easily kill many judo, karate, kung fu, aikido, and gung fu experts at one time with fingertip pressure from his murderous poison hand weapons. Instructing you step by step through each move in this manual is none other than myself, Count Dante, the deadliest man who ever lived, the Crown Prince of Death. Offer not valid in Hawaii or Alaska. Please fight responsibly.
He formed the Black Dragon Fighting Society, karate organization, so mysterious, so elusive, karate. Only every single person who purchased a copy of World's Deadliest Fighting Secrets was considered a member of karate. The first few pages of the pamphlet were devoted to the history of Count Dante. Karate, where he waxed poetic topics ranging from his classical singing voice and his tremendous and immediate success with beautiful women from every corner of the world.
Beep, beep, beep,
Beep.
ba-ba.
Oh, hey.
Okay, now. Oh, listen, sister, I love my Mr. Man, and I can't tell you why. There ain't no reason why I should love this man. It must be something that the angels done planned. I dated Dante. He was truly a romantic. I've never been with a man like him before. The last time I saw him, he took me up in a hot air balloon. We watched the sunset. It was so beautiful. And then it got dark and it was just us and the sky. I'd never seen so many stars. And as we were looking out, an eagle swooped down and perched on the basket. It had this little scroll tied to its claw. Dante took it off, read it, looked at me and said, "I must leave now," and jumped out of the basket. I looked over the edge. It was total darkness. I don't know. I never heard him hit the ground. I was alone. I ended up in Ohio before I could figure out how to land. But other than that, lovely guy. Fish gotta swim and birds gotta fly. I gotta love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man of mine. I had some time with Dante. Yes, there was one night where we were walking by the water and two men in black robes appeared and attempted to rob us. Dante handled both of them. It was like an action movie. Spinning kicks, claws. It was incredible. And at first I thought it was like a setup, you know. Dante saves me from the thugs he hired. I swoon, we kiss, roll credits. But no, he dropped me off at home. He just shook my hand and then he walked away. I watched him fight off two more gangs of ninjas. And the next morning, I went outside and there were throwing stars stuck in the front door of my house. I never heard from him again. Uh, tell me slow. Tell me he's crazy. Maybe I know. Can't help loving that man of mine. You know, I dated Dante. I did. We went on 3 dates. He brought me flowers, lilies. He was very sweet, and we went to a Chinese restaurant for our first date. He ordered in Chinese, which I found impressive. But then I watched him eat 30 crab rangoons, just one after another, like popcorn. No breaks in pace. Just one after another. They were gone. And he never mentioned it. He just ate and they were gone. Second date, we went to a park. He read me poetry about a wolf that he sees in his dreams. The wolf was also named Count Dante. And the third date, sushi. We were walking and I mentioned that I wanted kids someday and he just said, "Pardon me." And then suddenly there was this cloud of smoke and then he was gone. He can come home as late as can be. Home without him ain't no home to me. Can't help loving that man of mine. Woo!
No.
I need one of those.
The rest of the parents described in visceral detail the deadliest. Fuck. Guiding techniques as well as advice for young readers looking to brave. Oh, sorry. Looking to brave the mean streets of Chicago.
A man can be destroyed by 3 methods. Attack his body, and he will not have the strength to defeat you. Attack his mind, and he will not have the concentration to predict you. Attack his dignity, and he will not have the composure to outwit you. When in doubt, go for the crotch. Cause confusion in your opponent by referring to him by his father's name. If he shares the same name as his father, call him by his brother's name. If he has no brother, call him by your name. Kick a man's ass while wearing tap shoes, and the police will think a horse did it. If your target carries a gun, dress yourself as a rare bird. He will not want to shoot you for fear of hurting a protected species. As he admires your plumage, strike. I would go for the crotch again. Little defense for the classic snake in a jar method. To avoid chokeholds, butter your neck.
The pamphlet was a hit, selling so many copies that Dante was able to open 3 more empirical academies of fighting arts in Chicago by 1969, each with their own tournaments as he rose. Bad press rose with him. When Black Belt magazines sent a writer to interview him, his response did not help the media narrative.
Dante, it doesn't seem like anyone is denying your abilities, but people take issue with your controversial stunts for self-promotion. Would you...
Let's us. Me and you. Yeah, I thought not. This is the thing with specialists. You're what, a black belt in karate? Then you know nothing of grappling. You're a wrestler? Then you can't take a punch. I assembled the world's best fighting techniques. I have all of their strengths and none of their weaknesses. And I expose the weaknesses of your disciplines, and you hate me for it.
Mr. Dante.
A master of Kung Fu is no true master. Anyone who knows both Kung Fu and karate can beat him. I have trained under no masters because none of them could beat me.
Sir!
Because hierarchies breed disparity, you fool! And Bruce Lee is a pampered actor. He takes no challenges. I have fought 4 of my mail carriers. I no longer receive mail. You wouldn't know. I fought in secret wars. I've killed men with no names in countries that don't exist. I watched Old Yeller twice and didn't cry. I alone defeated the New York Mets in hand-to-hand combat. I've been banned from Sears after I broke a man's nose with his own... You can't hide from me. I can smell your sweat. And they won't even admit that Yojimbo is based on me.
Masters of his dojos voice their defense on the couch.
He's just a very passionate man who's dealing with a lot of stress right now. I think we can all relate to that.
I kicked a man off his own horse.
I think he's reacting the way any of us would. It's...
Get here and face me, you rat!
It's only natural to feel frustrated when people are spreading rumors about you.
Stop running!
Dante was upset. His bold new look had been profitable, but his relations with the professional world had become fraught. He resolved to improve his image.
Perhaps I've gone too far. Perhaps dressing like the devil has made people distrust me. Or maybe I need to go further. Maybe I need to become an emblem of an unambiguous and uncontroversial force for good in the world. Yes. Yes. The Catholic Church.
Mr. Dante, pleasure. I'm Deacon Smithers of Our Lady of Perpetual Motion. I had the chance to review your application recently. It was quite a read. You've lived a very colorful life. There were just a few clarifications I wanted to touch on. You said you had lived in the Holy Land. Were you studying scripture?
In a sense, yes. I was studying Krav Maga, an efficient and deadly discipline. Jerusalem, 3 months. Things became complicated. I lost a good friend to the cutthroat gemstone dealer, the Sultan Ghazini. I confronted the killer at the Dome of the Rock. He was tall, a well-built man, but he had the drop on me, and I was surrounded. 10 men, swords and clubs. But the score to settle was between myself and the Sultan. But he didn't scream when he died, and I respected that. I killed 3 more and incapacitated 2 others, leaving 5 men to chase me through the twisting cobble roads of the sacred city. 2 shots ran out from the cafe. I ended up with 2 broken ribs. I grabbed the side mirror to hang on, and this driver began weaving around trying to throw me off, and I punched through the window, opened the door, and threw him out of the door by his neck, dead before he hit the ground. The van was mine. I drove 4 hours to Damascus. There, I met with other men, and soon there were 4 dead men in a large arena. I slipped away with the rubies from Ghazini. From Jerusalem to Spain, the gangs were all connected. I sold 1 ruby to arrange a private flight to Chicago, and gave another to my cab driver. His daughter was sick, and his wife couldn't work. We went to the airport. As I got out of the cab, I heard him pull back the hammer of his revolver. He was with the Sultan, too. There were tears in his eyes. I had given him a fortune, a ruby the size of a walnut, but he had his orders. In a flash, I had the gun. I threw it in the water. The vice lords couldn't hunt him down, but he had had enough time to get the ruby to his wife and get his daughter out of the city. Ve con Dios, I said. He looked at me, holding his mangled hand, and he nodded. Ve con Dios. I got back in March.
Right. Yes, this seems less like a righteous killing and more like a rampage. So I don't know if the ministry would be a good fit for you, so I'm afraid we'll have to decline your application. Have you thought about joining the police?
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Mr. Dante? I take it you're not interested. Mr. Dante, I need my pen back.
Dante spoke openly about his involvement in martial arts, death matches, and Thailand and China. While the governments of the 2 countries were insistent that such events could not take place, even Dante's enemies of Black Belt magazine supported his claims. That said, death matches were traditionally between rival senseis, who would put their best students against each other, something an American would never be able to enter. Dante said he bought his way in.
Can you get me into tonight's death match?
I mean, it depends on who's asking.
I'm Count Dante, the deadliest man alive.
Then I guess it would be you. Look, this is an invite-only event. You have to have offended the honor of one of the hosts or have had your own honor offended by them in order to get in.
Well, they've offended my honor.
And how is that, sir?
They didn't invite me. It's hurtful.
All right. Okay, whatever. Fine. I'll let you in, but you got to clear out at 8 o'clock sharp so we can set up for Hello Dolly.
How much are tickets to that?
Actually, we're doing a 2-show bundle deal. Deathmatch and Hello Dolly, 800 baht.
Oh, then I'll do that then. Yes, thank you.
Is it okay to start? Dante's reputation broke years for Chicago tournament, but the martial arts establishment continued to blast them as violence without artistry. They said people only bought tickets to watch men bleed, and they usually got their money's worth. Am I done? Am I done?
Yep. Good job.
Great time. I paid $5 and I watched groups of dudes smash each other for an hour. One guy came out and it was like a human car crash. Ruined. I didn't have to read nothing, think nothing, had some beers. Look, ever since Judy took the kids, I take what I can get.
Ah, I got a letter from the Green Dragon Society Black Cobra Hall of Gung Fu. I'm sure they're ready to make amends. Huh. I'm going to kill you? That sounds like a death threat. I should call Jim.
Jim Konstevic, a former student of Dante, was a Taijutsu instructor from a local legend for his brutality, violent career as a street fighter.
Jim, it's Dante. Listen, I need to get a wrecking crew together. No, not a construction crew. I mean, figuratively speaking.
Storm gathered April 24th, 1970. It proved to be a fateful day.
Jim, tonight's the night. Who do you have for me?
Master Dante, I would like you to meet Michael Felkov. He's a wild animal, 190 pounds of pure violence, gifted with a killer instinct.
Oh.
Count Juan Rafael Dante.
Handshake.
And we also have these three other guys.
Hello.
Jim, can I speak with you privately? Jim, I asked you to put together a kill squad. Your hardest students. This is the best you can get?
You're looking
at my whole class. I mean, all my best fighters got picked up for felony jaywalking or felony double parking. We're cleaned out.
And felony double parking. We're cleaned out.
This isn't good. But Felkov, he's tough, right?
Felkov
is a meat tornado. The other kids are mostly bone. But Felkov can open a refrigerator backwards.
Felkov can open a refrigerator backwards.
The squad drove to surprise the Green Dragon Society. Someone called ahead.
Green Dragon Society, Black Cobra, Hall of Gung Fu. How can I help?
Hi, I'm watching a bunch of men in karate suits walk menacingly towards your building. I'm just assuming that they mean to cause harm.
Rick, we got a code D.
The plan was falling apart.
Michael Felton was running late and Dante didn't want to wait.
He and the fighters poured into the dojo, and Dante took out a deputy sheriff's badge.
I'm with the sheriff's police. You're all under arrest.
The Green Dragons were expecting trouble, dressed in a silk robe with tribal patterns trimmed into his beard. Wow. Sorry. Dante didn't look like a sheriff's deputy. Without Belkoff, it was Dante. Tons of it. And 3 lesser fighters squaring off against Green Dragon, Jerome Greenwald, and 5 of his fellow students. Dante dropped the badge and took out his nunchucks.
You think you can threaten the deadliest man alive? You'll be eating through a tube when I'm done with you.
Master Dante, it seems things have gotten out of hand.
Damn it! Indulgent soliloquies are my thing.
It's unclear what happened next, but the sources agree that Kostovic was the first into the fray.
Unhand me, so that I may kill you.
Fight me, you clown.
I fought stronger
I
men
fought
in the
stronger
Boy
men in the
Scouts.
Boy Scouts.
He struck a green dragon fighter in a nunchuck, tearing his eye so badly he was sent him to the hospital, and Kostovic struck Jerome Greenwald in the back, tackled him, and began beating his face into the mat. Other green dragons intervened as Kostovic dealt with them. Jerome pulled a sword from the wall of decorative weapons and rove to the chest of Kostovic, sending him to the floor in a heap.
Oh.
God! Help me! Dante!
Oh. Oh. Belkoff.
I'm late. I got a smoothie. Did I miss anything?
Belkoff arrived just in time to see his master stumbling out of the dojo, blood running from his chest. In moments, police cars had the place surrounded while paramedics filtered in.
All right, Mr. Greenwald, you're under arrest for the murder of James Kostovic and resisting arrest.
For killing Kostovic, Jerome Greenwald was held on $250 bail.
To see you again, Count Dante. You're under arrest for aggravated battery, impersonating a police officer, and resisting arrest.
Dante was held on $15,000 bail. The rest of the men were arrested for disorderly conduct. What were they arrested for?
Disorderly conduct.
For disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. Only Michael Belkoff, the wild animal with the killer instinct, went away without a charge.
Look, never claimed I was a fighter. Kostovic was just talking me up. I'm just doing a program at the dojo because I have to help out a local business so I can complete my hours for felony diversion. Yeah, I know. A cop told me to dance and I didn't hear him, so I get arrested for disobeying a lawful order and resisting arrest. I'm just trying to keep my record clean.
Dante was devastated. His most celebrated student was dead, and now his life and his martial arts empire was on the line. A friend suggested he contract the attorney Bob Cooley with Clavitas. Bob Cooley, I do want Dante to get with him to discuss the matters at hand.
Dante came to my office wearing a yellow fishnet leotard and a purple cape, and he looked very, very sad. I have never seen someone so distraught and so fluorescent. So I took payment up front.
state of Illinois held that Dante was responsible for the death of Consovic because he instigated the conflict. But Cooley said Jerome Greenwald broke the first rule of martial arts. Don't bring a knife to a hand fight.
An American has every right to administer a justified beating to any other American. The legal precedent for my case was set back in 1829 with the case of President Andrew Jackson versus everybody.
At the trial, Dante took the stand and did what he does best. Talk about Dante.
Your Honor, the question at hand is, who started the fight? Was it me, the mild-mannered if eccentric athletics instructor? Or was it the maniacs at the Green Dragon Society who sent death threats to me, insulting my status as the deadliest man who ever lived?
All right.
They hazarded their own death by challenging me. None of them could take me. They only survived by the merits of their own cowardice.
All right.
A man's name is his castle.
All right. I can't remember the voice. My land. Okay. You hit my eye with a nunchuck, you think? Okay. You know what? You're all guilty, but you deserve each other. No charges. Get out of my court.
Dante avoided prison, where his reputation took a staggering blow. His friends questioned his status, and publications called him a coward for having students fight his battles for him. He saved Dante's life, and he had much soul-searching to do. Its response to ongoing public ridicule, Dante wrote a somber article in the original Karate magazine.
I blame myself to a great extent. I insist that it was by my charity that the Green Dragons are allowed to survive, and by their impudence that my friend and colleague is dead. Still, I regret my involvement with this whole affair. My days of fighting are over. I will accept no challenges unless first attacked.
A week later, Dante fought two men in a liquor store parking lot after they laughed at the fake Spanish coat of arms that was emblazoned on the door of his brown Cadillac.
Nice bird, man. You Polish or something?
The following week, Dante fought a man in a bar after he questioned Dante's fashion sense.
I like your leotard. They make those in men's sizes.
Newest, most trustworthy friend, his lawyer, Bob Cooley.
You got me out of a real mess. I was in a bad place, and you helped me out. And I appreciate that. And I want to do well by you.
Well, just stay out of trouble and I think we'll be okay.
They got drunk and punched Bob Cooley. He apologized and offered to let Cooley shoot him in the face with his gun so Dante could catch the bullet with his teeth. Cooley declined.
Oh, I wanted to shoot him. He nearly ripped my jaw off. The man has a hook like a bear claw. But he's more valuable to me as a return client than a man with a hole in his head. I wanted to shoot him.
While Cooley attempted to put the distance between himself and Dante,
Alive, continued to find himself
in legal trouble. In 1974, Dante revisited Ernie's from the world's deadliest fighting secrets in a number of adult bookstores and a car dealership on the south side of Chicago. In just a few months, Dante had a run of aloof local crime bosses. Jimmy the Bomber, Tara.
At first, I wanted to write him off. Honestly, I thought he was some sort of clown or something, like a promotional mascot. I don't know. He had the cape on and the red boots. Then I saw him dropkick a guy in a parking lot of the adult bookstore, and I realized, yeah, he might be a problem.
Dante had me sort things out between him and Kadawara. He paid his patronage something like 25 grand. Normally, my clients would be devastated by losing that much money, but Dante was thrilled. The deed was done, but I told him straight, don't go consorting with the mob.
I don't want to go. Mom.
Go to bed. It's time for bed.
Really? I hate my mom. Really? Melody, you have such a cool mom. I wish I had the mom that you. Yeah, because my mom said that Dante began consorting with the mob. Can you believe that shit? It's unknown how deep his involvement ran, but on October 1st, 1974, Chicago firefighters responded to a fire at the vault of the Perolator Armored Car Company. Can you believe my mom is doing this to us?
You have a big day tomorrow.
And the vault had been robbed of like $4.3 million. Can you believe that? That's like a lot of money. And gasoline firebombs were set to destroy evidence of the break-in. And this was the largest theft of cash in the history of the United States. My mom did this, Melody. Can I sleep in your house tonight? And then the courts issued a number of subpoenas for testimonials before a grand jury, including one for Jimmy Kadawara and another for my mom, who's a fucking former hairdresser who wears a cloak, and she calls herself Count Dante now. Melody, please help me. Can I please come stay with you now? I don't like my mom. I said I'm cutting.
I think testifying finally broke Dante. Testifying and painkillers and booze and a whole life of beating people up and getting beat up and the animals, and he ate beef every day, and then all the guerrilla warfare. Please run through. I'm sure there's some poetry to it somewhere, but honestly, I'm just very tired.
Dante attempted to resurrect his martial arts career with a new tournament in Massachusetts. I know that place. The event was huge. Another sold-out arena with all the violent spectacle of his previous tournaments. It was classic Dante, a no-holds-barred festival of pain filled with hair-pulling, eye gouging, and groin scratching.
It was great. I drove all the way to Massachusetts to catch this one. After I saw the tournament in Chicago, I thought, why don't I try that? Judy has the kids. I got all this free time, so I had some guys beat the crap out of me, and I tried to fight them off. I got hurt pretty bad, but I loved it. Doctors say I have bleeding on the brain, and you know what? They're right. Karate is all I can think about.
Despite his continued financial and popular success, the pressure from the community put Dante in poor spirits. He gave a grim interview with the Attleboro Sun Chronicle.
I have done my time. I did my work. I taught some incredible students and worked hard to make martial arts what it is, but I fear it wasn't enough. And lest I ever be remembered for falling short, I would rather the world forgot me altogether.
In late 1974, Black Belt magazine reported Count Dante had died in a Mexican death match. The world of martial arts was shocked to learn of his passing. What began with a young man's passion for boxing ended in needless tragedy.
When I heard of his passing, I was angry. I was upset. What was he doing in Mexico? Why couldn't he just stay put? Just cool his heels? He had a whole career ahead of him. But the more I sat with it, the more I was just heartbroken. I only knew him for a couple of years, but with Dante, that's like knowing a man for a decade.
Sir Dante had died in a Mexican death match. I mean...
It wasn't that much of a shock, to be honest.
No, yeah, it was only a matter of time.
I remember reading about it and I said to myself, that checks out, yeah.
It made sense. Don't get me wrong. I'm devastated, but it's Dante. He's going to die fighting.
In 1975, Dante returned to promote his next
I cannot believe that I mean, Israel, you know? Was he ever in Cuba or Barcelona or Jerusalem? What about that bullfight? What if I had taken him up on his offer to shoot him in the face, which, by the way, I wanted to do? How would he have made that work? Look, when I met him, I thought, he's a clown. I'm a lawyer. And I understood that. But it turns out I'm a clown. He's a magician.
Yeah, that part didn't surprise me either.
No, not at all.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, remember seeing that part and I said, that's also very likely.
I'll be honest. I trained under him for 7 years, and you could tell me that he never actually existed, and I would say, yeah, that makes sense.
Because I don't want to go there, Mom. I don't want to do that, okay?
Sign up. Rocket followers are active, but people are going to think you're a killer.
Melody, can I come stay with you? I brought all this stuff, okay? I really hate my mom and I'm having a really bad time there. Dude, she's doing insane stuff now. She's living in Massachusetts. I know it sounded like I was just talking to her, but I wasn't. That was like my babysitter, who I call mom sometimes. And dude, my mom is living in Massachusetts now. She helped her friend and her protege, William, set up a martial arts school. And she appointed him as her successor. And she's granting him the title of Supreme Grand Master of the Black Dragon Fighting Society. I wanted to be that, and I wanted that title. You know, you always understand me, Melody. Makes such good. And then she made plans for all these future tournaments that she's doing. She's trying to rebuild a whole martial arts empire. And on May 25th of 1975, yes, I know my mom has been traveling back in time, Melody, to become a grandmaster. She was, she died, Melody, and I didn't know that until just now. And that's why I packed up all this stuff so we can hang out because I have no idea what to do. Melody, I honestly didn't know my mom died till just right now. And the report indicates that she died of a bleeding stomach ulcer. And when she died, she proved herself to the world that she could kill a man with just her stomach. And really, that's why I really just want to stay at your house tonight. I didn't know my mom died. I'm leaving the stuff with you, okay?
Thanks, Melody.
It was the painkillers and the booze and the stimulants and all the other drugs and the street fights, but mostly it was painkillers and beef and, well, the fighting.
I don't know what to believe.
He was too big for this world, too weird.
It was like if Dracula met Hercules met P.T. Barnum.
Yeah, right. There was no way he could live a normal life. Nobody with that kind of tenacity just keeps to himself. He'd explode!
People might say he's a fraud, but I've seen him break 8 bricks stacked with his elbow. I've held 2x4s for him to punch in half. All that other stuff, the death matches, I don't know. I don't know if those are real, but if they are, then I know Dante would be involved, and if he was involved, he would win.
Dante was buried in an unmarked grave in St. Joseph Cemetery in Chicago. His desire to be forgotten won't come from a long time. He has been dismissed by many as a martial arts charlatan. His attempts at unifying the disparate forms of hand-to-hand combat helped lay the foundation of internationally successful Ultimate Fighting Championship, as well as the rise of mixed martial arts. The referees that worked on Dante's final tournament go on to use mixed martial arts as an undercard for the legendary Thrilla in Manila boxing match between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. A historic fight that has been seen by an unprecedented 1 billion viewers. Still, his companions were left reeling from his death. Karate, karate.
When somebody dies, it quantifies their life. They had this many days. They went to these places, saw these people, a hard limit. When they're alive, the story's unfinished, you know? So I've been thinking a lot about the times I spent with him. Been reminiscing a lot.
I've been doing the same thing. I started reading, he would give me all book suggestions. But I guess I never really read them.
Right, same.
Most of the time, we're fighting and technique, old combat manuals. Some of them haven't even been translated into English, but some of the other ones were books about people who lived big lives. Great adventurers, heroes, conquerors. I think that's what really inspired him. People who lived big. That's true. You know, I think if it wasn't for martial arts, he'd be doing something else extreme. He'd be in stock cars or flying fighter planes or something. I mean, the Guinness Book of World Records is full of people who lived extreme lives in one way or another, and Dante wanted to do just that. He couldn't just be a guy that does karate. Did I ever tell you that Dante helped me demo my back porch? No.
No, when was that?
6 or 7 years ago. It was me and Dante. I had to take out all the rotten wood from my back porch so I could rebuild it. We were just going at it with axes and hatchets. I left to go to the store to get some beers. I came back and the porch was nearly gone. Just the beams were left up. Everything else was blasted apart all over the yard. He was there. No shirt on. Just a smile. He didn't even mention it. I like to think he didn't use the axe.
Wow. Did I ever mention when we went to Neely's bar and Dante got so mad about the alliance that he pulled the sink out of the men's room wall?
Wait, what?
Yeah. He just excused himself from the table and just ranged in the bathroom. I had a feeling he was going to start trouble, so I went to check on him. The sink was on the ground, and the pipe burst, and he was soaked head to toe. That's incredible. What did you do?
We left just before anyone else found out, and nothing came of it? Well, I don't go to Neely's anymore.
That's fantastic. Go get him, Dante.
Huh.
Still can't. Me either. I keep seeing him. That's what's crazy. I could have sworn I just saw that guy. But I think that's what happens when you're shocked by something like this. Your mind just feeds you what you want to see. I think so too. I agree with that guy. Being around Dante, it's like staring into the sun. It burns into you. Even when you look away, you still see him.
Right.
Just the other day, I thought I saw him. Just a flash. Same body shape, you know. Same hair. I mean, obviously it wasn't him. But that means there's more than one man in Chicago with the body of a linebacker and a black perm. I kept having such trouble with it. I know this is kind of weird, but I got so into my own head about seeing him, I pulled a copy of his death certificate.
Wait, what?
You have his death certificate? I know, but I just had to see in black and white that it was real. Wow, man, that's kind of weird. Let me see that. I know, but it's right there. His address. Right. Yeah, that's his address. Yeah, date of birth, place of death, cause of death, bleeding peptic ulcer. Yeah, that's him. I'd know it anywhere. I know that bleeding peptic ulcer. I always would. Yeah. Huh.
Wait, why does it say municipality?
What?
Where it should say municipality of residence.
See that?
See? Municipality. It's misspelled.
This
is a fake death certificate.
Huh. The end.
I'm Juan Rafael Dante.
I am going to play Master 1, Master 3, Master 4, and Master 5.
Technically, I am the director.
I am author's notes. I am pamphlet. I'm 911 and bull.
I want to do one at a time. Cop 1 and Cooley and 911 caller.
I am Master 2.
All of the girlfriends in Scene 21 and Jim Kosovich.
Chop, 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 chop. Where's the bag?
We're going to have kind of a Greek chorus as the narrator. Charlie, I'm ready to give you your role. Do you have a paper and pen ready?
I have 3 pens and some paper.
Okay. Can you write down E V E R Y O N E E L S E? Can you do that for me?
Done.
We have a thriving community on Discord, and I stream every weekday from starting at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and we're always doing kind of big weird experiments. I love to pull people in, so if you're looking for to have some fun in the sun with us, you're more than welcome to join in anytime.